And then after that, it'll be the top of the lineup. The 2-1 from Feltner. Swung on right back up the middle of the line. Drive base hit for Joe Weisenseal, his first hit of the afternoon, as that'll set up Logan Goodnight here with 1 on and 1 out. Goodnight on first, Weisenseal on second. Bower Sox at the plate here with 1 out. Here's the 0-2. Swung on and missed. Fastball low. Gets Bower Sox down on strikes. He is now 0 for 3 on the day. That'll bring up Ryan Sloniger here with 2 outs. Goodnight is a sophomore infielder. He steps back in. There's a line drive in the hole left side. 2 consecutive hits, 2 on, 1 out. Logan Goodnight picking up his second hit of the day. And Larkin looking to leave the 6th runner on base for the Buckeyes. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Larkin facing Cowles. Looks over to Jones on first. Here's the 2-2. Swung on and missed with the fastball at 89. Gets the Nittany Lions out of the inning. We head to the bottom of the 7th. It's stretch time at Medler, but Ohio State still leads it 5-0 right here on CommRadio. Sabranti sees ball 1 outside and takes strike 1 inside as the count evens up 1-1. Sabranti 0 for 1 on the day. Grounded into a double play in the second. No runners on base here as he's leading off the inning. Here comes the 1-1 from Feltner. Fastball just misses outside. With Sabranti getting the advantage of the count here, 2-1. Feltner on for his 5th inning of work here. Still got the shutout going here against the Nittany Lions.
Feltner's had a great day so far.
The 2-1 to Sabranti. Off speed. Again, just misses on the outside. Looked good from up here, but a prime hitter's count coming up for Sabranti. Sabranti, 200 average now on the season, 364 on base. But he's got a chance here. Here's the 3-1 from Feltner. Big swing and foul tip straight back to the catcher Barnwell as the count will run full.
You could tell Sabranti really wanted that one. He put a lot of oomph behind that swing, but just couldn't make great contact.
No home runs on the season for Sabranti, but it looks like he wanted it right there with a big swing, but nonetheless he'll have to step back in and face the full count. 3 balls, 2 strikes from Feltner. Infield shading slightly to the right for the lefty. From the windup, here's the 3-2. Swinging a long drive, right field, but it looks like it is just foul into the Penn State bullpen, as Sabranti will see another pitch here from Feltner.
And as you just mentioned, Joe, Sabranti yet to have a home run on the season. I thought for a minute he was going to get it right there.
Yeah, almost, as the big wall out in right field would have had to clear it. Didn't know if it had the height, but here comes the 7th pitch of the at-bat here. Ground ball, right side. First baseman Pohl has it. He'll take it himself for the first out of the inning.
Great fundamental baseball there. The wherewithal to call his pitcher off, say, I got the play, step on the bag, get the first out. It's what you want to see, especially when you have such a small, big lead like this. You just want to keep playing the good defensive baseball.
Joe Weisenseal stepping in now from the right side. Penn State still in search of their first run of the afternoon. Of course, the first of 2 here today at Medler Field for an afternoon doubleheader. First pitch to Weisenseal, shows bunt, pulls it back. Good decision there as that ball misses well low and outside. Of course, tomorrow's forecast here in State College calling for rain, so Penn State Athletics making today a doubleheader to try and get in both of these games. Here comes the 1-0 to Weisenseal again, shows bunt, pulls it back, and another ball from Feltner. So maybe you got to think showing bunt is throwing off Feltner a little bit here as he throws 2 consecutive balls.
There seems to be no reason to why you would bunt in this situation, though. So maybe if it is throwing it off, I feel like it would be illogical.
Feltner trying to get that first strike across. Here's the 2-0, and it's in there. Fastball at 89 for the first strike of the at-bat. Standing on deck is Logan Goodnight, who doubled back in the 3rd. And then after that, it'll be the top of the lineup. The 2-1 from Feltner. Swung on right back up the middle of the line. Drive base hit for Joe Weisenseal, his first hit of the afternoon, as that'll set up Logan Goodnight here with 1 on and 1 out. Goodnight from the right side of the plate. Looks like the outfielder shading a little bit into the left center field gap where that double went back in the 3rd. He was eventually picked off by Feltner, but now he's got a runner on first, Weiss and Seal. No stolen base attempts on the season. So no threat to run here. Here's the first pitch to Goodnight. Swung on and missed on the fastball. Low and in. Just got underneath the hands of Goodnight, the big righty for the Nittany Lions. Goodnight is a sophomore infielder. He steps back in. There's a line drive in the hole left side. 2 consecutive hits, 2 on, 1 out. Logan Goodnight picking up his second hit of the day.
And as I mentioned earlier, Joe, exactly what the Nittany Lions needed to gain some momentum here. They seem to have some runners in scoring position. Could this be the inning that we finally see them try to cut into this lead?
Goodnight has had trouble against the Buckeyes in the past in his career against Ohio State. He only has 2 hits. He's already doubled that total here today. As Jordan Bowersox steps in to flip the lineup again for the Nittany Lions. Bowersox, a junior from Winter Springs, Florida, a criminology major, finding his way here to Happy Valley. He's got 2 on and 1 out as he swings through a fastball high above the letters for the first strike of the at-bat. Bowersox also 2 for 12 in his career against Ohio State. Now 2 for 14, including today. He's 0 for 2. Reached on an error in the first. And now he's in the hole here, 0 and 1. Of course, reached on that error that committed by the third baseman McGowan on the first at-bat of the bottom of the third. Penn State trailing 5-0 against Ohio State. Looking to mount a comeback here with a little momentum in the bottom of the fifth.
With 1 out here, you could very well consider maybe a possible bunting situation, try to advance that runner from second to third, get him even closer to bringing some runs home.
Yeah, and you definitely got to consider it because even though it is your leadoff hitter, Bowersox 0 for 2 on the day, so maybe you want to take one for the team here and get Sloniger to the plate, who already has a hit on the day, has a better chance of driving in some runs. But he swung through strike 1 here. Seems like he has no intention of bunting. As finally we'll get the 0-1 from Feltner. Again, a fastball in there for strike 2. So Bowersox quickly in the hole. No balls, 2 strikes. Now he's got a battle. He's got a hit defensively here. Middle infielder's pinched up the middle, looking for the double play. That would get him out of the inning if they can get it. Feltner again steps off. So looks like maybe disagreeing with the pitch call from Barnwell, the catcher. Goodnight on first, Weiss and Seal on second. Bowersox at the plate here with 1 out. Here's the 0-2. Swung on and missed. Fastball low. Gets Bowersox down on strikes. He is now 0 for 3 on the day. That'll bring up Ryan Sloniger here with 2 outs.
Uncommon for Jordan Bowersox, who's really been one of the better hitters on this Penn State team. But as you mentioned, Joe, 0 for 3 today. Just can't seem to get in his groove. A tough day for the center fielder.
So it'll be the catcher stepping in, Ryan Sloniger from Punxsutawney, Pennsylvania. How about that? A broadcast journalism major. Could be up here in the box with us, Jason. But he's down in the left side of the plate looking to drive in Penn State's first run of the day. They trail 5-0 here against Ohio State. Here's the first pitch to Sloniger. Chopped foul towards the Penn State dugout. 7 hits for Ohio State, 5 for Penn State. Penn State also having 3 errors, along with just 2 of them coming on 1 play that got Ohio State's first run in the third that allowed the Ohio State batter that was Barnwell to come all the way around and score on what was originally looking like just a regular base hit. Here's the 0-1. Misses well, low and away with the fastball, evens up the count 1-1. Sloniger, he was 3 for 5 against West Virginia and an extra inning lost earlier this week at PNC Park. He's keeping it going as there's a line drive into left field. Cowles under it, and he makes the grab for out number 3. Penn State still struggling offensively. They head back out in the field. We're through 5 at Medler Field. It's Ohio State 5, Penn State 0. This is Penn State baseball on CommRadio. Getting ready to head into the 6th inning here at Medler Field. Ohio State still leads 5-0. Had 1 run in the 3rd and capped off a 4-run inning in the 4th to get there. As Penn State trying to keep the lead at 5 and work their way back. They've been struggling offensively. As Connor Larkin back on for his 2nd complete inning of work here in the 6th. It'll be Dylan Dingler stepping in. He homered back in the 4th as he ropes one into right field. The hot streak continues for Dylan Dingler. His 2nd hit of the day. It's now 2 for 3 with that home run in the 4th as he takes the first pitch from Larkin into right field for the base hit.
Yeah, he's had a really good day today, Joe. As you mentioned, that home run earlier in the 4th inning. He continues it here. And you got to believe the next time he's at bat, Larkin may think about intentionally walking him.
Barnwell on here. There were 5 hits out of the bottom 4 hitters for Ohio State, so they're getting it done 1 through 9 today at the plate. Barnwell is 2 for 2 on the day as he steps in with a runner on first and no outs. Larkin from the stretch. Here's the pitch. Squares to punt, pulls it back, and as the ball is called high. Larkin 1 2/3 innings. No runs, as that was the first hit given up there to Dingler of his outing today. 1 ball, no strikes. Here's the pitch to Barnwell. Fly ball, right side, drifting foul. Sobranski trying to get under it. Second baseman will take it as Weissenseal makes a nice play in foul ground for the first out of the inning. So Weissenseal able to range over to his left in foul ground and make the play. That'll bring up the 9-hitter, West. Barnwell now is 2 for 3 on the day. That was the first time he was put out. As West stepping in from the right side. He doubled back in the 4th, picked up an RBI, and flew out to right field in the 3rd. And for his 3rd at-bat here against Larkin.
West 1 for 2 today, including that RBI.
Foul ball out of play for strike 1. Of course, Larkin trying to get that double play here to get him out of the inning. Only 13 strikeouts on the season for West, so not too large of a number. You definitely got to try and get him to make the out in play here. Low tendency to go down on strikes. He's hitting .233 with 3 RBIs on the season. Here's the pitch. Inside fastball. Had to get out of the way of that one as it misses for ball 1.
And from up here, that one looked really close. Almost looked like it may have gotten to him, but good wherewithal there to get out of the batter's box.
Definitely Larkin trying to hold the Ohio State lead at 5 as Penn State has 3-4-5 due up in the home half of the 6th. With 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. Looks over to first as Sobranski has to make a dive for that one to avoid it getting away, but he keeps it in front of him. Dingler 1 stolen base on the season, so he's 100% on the season. So he might run here to avoid a double play. Still 1-1. Larkin from the stretch. Again goes over to first. In without a tag is Dingler.
Playing mind games with the runner there. But he's got to get himself focused back into this game. His team is still down 5 runs.
Joe Skinner, Jason Marcus with you here. Penn State trailing 5-0 against Ohio State here in the first of 2 at Medler Field. Here's the 1-1. Fastball misses low. That pitch clocked at 84. So it misses just below the knees of Noah West. West, the shortstop for Ohio State. Made a couple of nice double play turns defensively. Making his 12th start of the season as Larkin steps off to reset the sophomore infielder for Ohio State. Again, here's the 2-1. Fastball again misses outside, so Larkin having a little trouble here finding the zone against West.
And now he's behind in the count 3-1. He's got to really focus here and try to get this one right down the middle here. Try to move it to a full count.
Here's the pitch. Roped center field. Bower Sox headed back, but he's parked under it for the second out of the inning. Had to move a little back towards the wall, but nonetheless able to get underneath it. For the second out of the inning, it'll be the top of the lineup coming up for Ohio State. Canzone stepping in. He's 0 for 3 on the day, despite his .355 average. Canzone, the sophomore outfielder.
Hasn't had a great game today. He's 0 for 3.
So that first pitch is in there, called strike one. Canzone last season as a freshman hit .343 in 49 appearances. Here's the pitch, 0-1, as it misses low and away with a fastball. Larkin, after getting that fly out to center field, has a chance to leave a runner on base here. It would be the 5th runner left on base of the game if he was able to do it. Let's count even at 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike. Larkin peeking over to first. He'll go home. Fly ball fouled straight back into the seats. This one will get into the stands, into a group of fans there as the catch was made. It'll be 1-2 to Canzone coming up here. Canzone, a sophomore out of Sagamore Hills, Ohio. Walsh Jesuit High School. The lefty is in trouble here. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Larkin from the stretch. Here's the pitch. Rope to left field, also foul. Staying alive to see another pitch here from Larkin.
That one in far less company there, but nonetheless still foul, bringing the count to 1-2.
Stays alive to see another 1-2 pitch with 2 outs from Larkin. Can get out of the inning here. From the stretch, the leg lift, the deal. Rope center field deep. Bowersox headed back to his right, but it looks like he's under it as he makes the catch at the wall for out number 3. Ohio State keeps the lead at 5. Penn State has a chance to cut into it in the bottom half of the 6th. This is Penn State baseball on CommRadio.